Sure.
So
You'll
what's
need to roll a
the
d20.
plan since Zach's gone?
So you have the good migraine meds, is what I'm hearing.
When we last left off, Fundamore talked to Selmy about her bad sleep and the fact that her head was hurting, and she even mentioned bad dreams, and was talking about something that she was seeing in the mirror. So most of you decided it was a good idea to take Fundamorph into the city, with the exception of Kyle, who stayed behind. No, sorry, not Kyle. Cotton, who stayed behind. Cotton, meanwhile, while the rest of the party were taking care of her sister, put on a mesmerist act for Meryl. And she decided to, well, let him play around with it, see how much money that ends up drawing in. Meanwhile, at the temple, the acolyte ended up telling the group that the priestess won't be available for a few hours since it's early in the day and she's in the middle of giving some ceremonies. And they decided that they wanted to stay there with Fundlemorph to keep her company while they waited. Unfortunately, Flex managed to get himself, and by extension Blank, into trouble. Or maybe Blank got them both into trouble, depending on how you look at it. Because Flex was busy folding paper cranes with this group of paper that he had acquired. Decided that the best thing to do would be put them in the pedestal full of the holy water and start floating them. And then the bird decided to climb on top of them. So they got kicked out of the cathedral. Flex ended up running and eventually made it to
Actually, they didn't get kicked out. I got them out before they got in official trouble.
That's true. I was running because I was trying to find ice cream and then got too enthusiastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but whatever the circumstances were, Flex and Blank ended up running down the street and eventually wandered into what appeared to be a neighborhood full of houses outside of the normal shopping areas, where they promptly got lost. Blank, however, managed to eventually spot a cloaked figure in a group of bushes, and decided the best thing to do would be, without explanation, because he's a mime, run right after them. Meanwhile, after putting on his mesmerist act, Cotton headed to the Azure Ward to check out the warehouse that he was trying to convince the others that it would be a good idea to rob this place, because he needed to get back a necklace. And the party was meanwhile in conversation with the acolytes and seemingly upsetting them. And I believe that is where we left off.
Okay, we told the part where Flex put paper stuff in the thing, but we didn't say the part where Lizzie like had sex with a statue. Like, really, we skipped her part completely.
I'm just referencing my notes that I took, that things that I thought were very important.
I thought they covered up the paper thing at the last second before the head priestess got there.
That might have happened,
Yeah.
and I might have misremembered it because it's been a while, and I run several. Sometimes I forget. I'm sorry.
It's cool. Yeah, I talked Flex into taking the paper out before anybody important saw him. But then I got bored and did a really, really good striptease on the statue of a god, and they saw me doing that, and Tonka trying to parkour on another one, and we were not appreciated.
Is good another word for inappropriate? I feel like it is in that sentence.
Oh yeah, that's is that my nat 20 from last time? Was that Oh dear. Oh. Yeah, I have a nat 20 performance up there, so I think.
Yep, that was it. You were trying to make the statue move, and I'm sure if it hadn't been made of stone, it would have.
I was just practicing my act. I just needed someone to back up on, but apparently, that's sacrilegious. So, we did agree to stop when they got mad at us.
There's that.
Also, Erica is not on. She said she would be here, but Tonka?
Oh! How did I miss some? Ugh. I'm so sorry.
Just quiet.
Yeah.
My brain
How-
just assumed everyone was here, especially since we were on a tight schedule.
Yeah. I mean, maybe she had to. Maybe she got caught at work again. I'm sure she'll get on when she can.
All right. Well,
Oh, what was her character doing?
her character was
Trying to
there with
parkour off the
Selmy and
statues.
Bubbles.
Yeah, she was trying to parkour on the statues in order to compete with me.
So, okay, here's how we're gonna get to deal with this. Since we've been 2 weeks out,
Yeah.
and there's always a possibility that next week they may or may not need to cancel last minute because of family thing. Who knows? That we continue on right now. So here's what happens. Tonka, despite how good and athletic she is, somehow some water got on the floor. She slips and lightly taps her head. Nothing too serious. She'll be fine. She's just currently dazed and unable to speak. Flex, meanwhile,
Let her sleep it off.
Yeah. Flex, meanwhile, sees that his good friend, Blank up ahead at a shed, and he now What?
Sorry. No, nothing.
And he now has a mysterious bucket on his head that he seemed to have picked up off the ground by accident.
Does it have eyes drawn on it?
Yes, for some reason it has a pair of googly eyes.
Interplanar bucket.
Oh, best friend. You and the bucket.
That's absolutely terrifying.
I don't see Selmy in roll 20.
Yeah.
Shit. Where is it? I was like, I got all the way to the last step and then just forgot what I was doing. Okay.
So, Selmy and Bubbles, what are you two doing?
I'm sitting with Fundlemorph? Am I with Fundlemorph or am I with the other one?
We're with Fundlemorph waiting for...
Meryl, the ringmaster, is still at the...
Meryl.
Still at the
I keep
circus.
forgetting.
Yeah, you told the temple people that you thought she was possessed, so they offered to
I
essentially...
said possessed. I meant to say haunted. I think she's haunted.
Yeah, but you said possessed, and they essentially offered to imprison her until she could be healed, so we decided to stay with her instead. So, yeah, I'm back to dancing, less provocatively and away from the statues.
She'll be right there. Tonka.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
is she here?
I'm still. She needs headphones. She'll be here in a second.
Okay, cool.
So I guess the one question is, and this one goes to Flex, with your best friend's head in the bucket, are you going to be heading back towards the temple, or are you going to be hanging out there?
Queen?
Queen!
Queen?
Oh no.
Paging big friend.
I think Roll20 is having issues tonight.
Where are you, big friend?
Muscly friend.
What's going on?
Yay!
there you are.
You hear us.
Sorry, I got pizza in the oven, so I went to check on it. I'm sorry.
Yay, Tonka's here.
Yay, hi Erica.
Hey. Alright.
Oh.
So when it comes to... We can just reverse whatever I said about Tonka earlier, just in case she didn't show up. So when it comes to Flex, Flex now has his best friend's head in a bucket. Is he just going to be standing out there around the houses, or is he going to rush him back to the temple, or a third possibility? I just need to know for the report.
Well, we're lost. Like that was where we were. So I mean, it's bad as heads in a bucket, but I don't know what we were doing anyway. So
Well, oh yeah. Well, he was chasing a mysterious cloaked figure.
yeah, but he didn't tell me
you
that.
didn't.
So
Yeah, you didn't see him. So yeah, from your perspective, you just showed up and break into a garden with him.
Yep. And now bucket. There's a bucket on his head. What do you do, Flex? You're just gonna hang out there because you're lost, or do you attempt to find your way back?
There's still ice cream.
Well, best friend brought him to this house. Oh no, Kyle says that Storm knocked out his Wi-Fi. He'll be right back.
Oh no, we're cursed.
That's okay. Well, he's not part of this one anyway. So, okay. So Flex is not sure where he is. Best friend has a bucket. He doesn't really know where he's at. He's next to a house though, right?
Yeah, you're in the back garden of a house.
Okay. He's gonna pick up best friend and hold on. Okay, I think can he knock on the door of the house?
Sure. Knock, knock,
Okay,
knock.
knock, 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 knock.
knock. No response.
He knocks again, but louder.
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock. Still no response.
Okay, well, he was going to ask for directions, but best friend's being weird, so he's not really sure what, and, it's just better to remove best friend for whatever the weird shit he's doing. So he's going to pick up best friend and put him on, and, hold him under the shoulder like normal and let him have his bucket, because the bucket apparently makes him happy. And then he's going to go back out into the street and look for anybody in the street.
Are you just going to stand there, or are you going to start walking?
Well, you mean in the street? I was going to have him go out and stand in the street and look for people.
Okay. All right. So the group of you back at the temple. You're still unfortunately waiting because again, it is during high time. The acolytes are still giving you weird looks for your kind of disruptive natures over there. But you hear...
Excuse me, stripteases create. They do not destruct.
Distract. But,
I mean, she's right about that. Not dragons, but that.
You hear the sound...
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. You hear the sound...
Hi, Kyle.
Sorry, Storm knocked me out.
That sucks.
You hear the sounds of pounding footsteps, sounds like a bunch of footsteps, as if people are moving in unison. It sounds like maybe that the temple thing has finished up, or is at least an intermission, and people are getting up and stretching their legs.
Awesome. How can we wreck this?
Can I maybe roll a religion check to see if I would know if this is the end or an intermission?
Sure.
Damn, hold on a sec, my character isn't. There we go.
All right. Given that it is this is a generalized temple, for a pantheon instead of just an individual god. It seems like this is probably the ending of one service, and maybe within the next hour or so, people will be trickling in for the next service. So it sounds like you have time.
Can I ask if that priest lady is available? As politely as I can.
I'm really enjoying the stoned voice, by the way, although it's a couple octaves lower than normal.
Oh, is my thingy not on?
No, it's not.
Oh. What happened to
My storm knocked it out.
it?
It is those evenings.
Clearly.
Okay. Um. Hmm.
Yeah,
Is that
I'll roll a
doing
percep-
anything?
No.
no.
Well. Oh, you know what? It might be a Discord thing.
Oh. So I rolled a perception to see if I can see any of the little dragonkin guys to ask if the priestess can see us now.
Okay,
Yes.
how does that work?
That's
Yep,
much
you
better.
got
That's
it.
there.
And in fact, several some of the little dragonlings are coming out at this point in their acolyte robes. But also behind them is the half-elf woman that you saw before, Grand Priestess Luca. She kind of sees
yes.
you and stops and goes, so I think you were the ones I'm here to see?
Yes,
Do you
please
remember
fix our
me?
boss.
Yes.
Okay, I told the other girl that I thought my boss was possessed, but you gotta bear with me. I'm like really high. I
You see,
I
like,
think
an eye
she's
twitch.
haunted. I think she's haunted by something extra planar, and I don't know how to fix her. This is beyond me, and I was hoping you could help.
You see Fundlemorph kind of slowly getting to her feet and kind of like looking at the priestess and nodding a bit. And the priestess like comes over and comes over and like looks down and is like, a hauntay and nothing to do with the rock infections.
No, I think that she is being haunted by a being from the same place where this stuff is coming out. Because I told you it's coming from another plane. They're summoning it here somehow.
All right. She kind of rubs her chin thoughtfully as she looks into the dwarves' eyes. It kind of nods. Well, since extraplanar things like this and hauntings are probably a bit of a concern, I imagine you'll be able to help pay for a service. And she kind of like just seems to be addressing Funwolf at this. To get this problem sorted out. And Funwolf kind of nods a bit and rubs the back of her head. Yeah. Are you gonna be able to check me over? And the priestess nods. Ah, yes. I think you should stay the evening. I will prepare some rituals. Get you some nice cleansing tea. And just a bed for the night. And she kind of like looks over at the lot of you. This is all part of the circus, correct?
Yes.
All right, then we know where to send the bill if need be, and know who to contact, and to escort her back. For staying here with her, I think we've got this now. We can take care of her, and unfortunately, other people will just get in the way at this point.
But you're not gonna just lock her in a dark room. You're gonna actually like treat her well.
No, I'm going to give her a cup of tea and sit her down on some pillows. Why would you think I locked her
Okay.
in a room?
Something the dragonling said. Not important.
She kind of glances over at the acolytes, and one of the acolytes just has their eyes go wider than normal and just kind of goes with, "But they said possessed." And she kind of like sighs. We will go over that.
Okay. I'll ask Fundlemorph if she's okay with this.
Fundorf gives you a weak smile and nods. It was good of you to stay here all this time with me. Lyra, what did you knock over?
Okay.
So just tell Meryl when you get back to the circus that I'm spending the night here.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the show must go on, as we all say. And she kind of like...
I'm gonna look up at the priest lady and give her my biggest, cutest wide eyes and be like, it's gonna be okay, right? Like, we're gonna get her back, right?
The priestess smiles. I do not sense any specific evil attempting to possess her. I mean, it would have been very difficult for her to walk into this cathedral in the first place if that was the case. But beyond that, I will do my very best.
Thank you. Okay, I guess, I'm gonna go back to the circus then.
Excuse me. Okay, I'll go with Selmy.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to hear.
All right. So those of you who didn't know that Flex had run off, would then, as you're leaving the place, seeing that a couple of the dragonlings are currently working around the holy fund, and as you get outside, no Flex and no Blank.
Oh,
Is
where,
there any way?
where's they?
Sorry. Is
I
there any
can
way
only
to like tell which
babysit
way
one of you guys at a time.
Yeah. Is there any way to like? Is there a trail of destruction or anything that would point to which way they?
Roll perception.
All right. And my last one was good, so this one's gonna be shit. Oh, okay.
Right. No, you look around and everyone just seems to be acting normal. There is people that seem to be slowly drifting on, like, people that, just left the cathedral and are now, like, kind of milling down below, down below the long steps that are going down. There are some people, like, slowly approaching the cathedral, like, some bit older folks. You see others who have broken off and seem to be heading over to a tavern that's nearby. But no signs of destruction and no evidence of your big, strong friend.
Well,
I'm not gonna go all the way back to the circus then. I'm gonna go to the entrance of the temple and look around the outside area and see if we can see him there.
Oh, sorry. That's where I was describing that you're standing outside the temple.
Oh, sorry. Well, crap.
I mean, eventually the cops will show up.
What if one of you picks me up and puts me on your shoulders? Can we see farther that way?
Well, the taller of the other two of you there is Tonka. Tonka, would you be willing to put your friend Selmy on your shoulders?
Yeah. Do I have to roll for that, or?
No. Selmy's
I'm
light
like
enough that
40 pounds.
you can pick
Yeah,
her
that's
up
what I
and
thought. I'm
just
like,
put
you're
her
pretty
there.
small, so.
Now, if you were trying to toss her somewhere, then you'd have to roll something. But since she wants to be picked up and you are willing to pick her up, no rolls needed. You just grab her, pick her up, and now you're as tall as a bugbear.
Do I see a bugbear?
Give me a perception roll.
Okay, yeah, there. I have so many windows open. I've got...
Damn.
Any visible bugbears? No bugbears, especially not shaved ones, are visible in the area.
Well, okay, in that case, let's head back towards the circus and hope he went that way too.
Blank will keep him out of trouble.
So, while they're standing up there and discussing this, Flex, you were eventually spotted and approached by a town guard. Looks like a human, kind of gruff, one of those resting, one of those resting faces that nobody wants to tangle with. Resting cop face. Let's go with that. He's like kind of glaring at you. It's like, what you doing here?
Okay, for the record, I had a backup plan. I was going to climb on top of the building and run around screaming bubbly friend again.
Oh. Oh no. That makes us all the more bad.
Like I said, eventually the cops will let us know where he is.
Hello. I seem to be lost with my bucket best friend. Can you tell me where to go to get ice cream?
He kind of stares at you incredulously. He kind of like looks at you, looks at the Kenku and going, "Is that bird got a bucket on his head?"
He does. I don't know where he got it from.
Does he talk?
No, even when he doesn't have a bucket on his head, he just doesn't like to talk.
You don't look like you belong in this neighborhood. What you
That's because I
doing here?
don't. This isn't where I live at all. I live with the circus. Have you been to the circus? I do a really great act where I pick up heavy things and I throw my best friend. This is my best friend, the one with the bucket on his head.
And I'm just picturing that Blank's arms occasionally flap as if he's trying to fly or remove the bucket on his head and he's not actually touching the bucket.
Probably. That's probably what's happening.
But the cop
It's canon now.
looks at Blank, looks at you, looks at Blank, and he has this crease on his forehead. And he just kind of just grabbing the skin there and just rubbing it and going. So you're with the circus, all right? How about I help you leave the city then? I know the circus is just outside town.
Can we get ice cream on the way? My friend Bubbly Friend said that there was ice cream, but then I got so excited that I ran off because I love ice cream. And then I couldn't find the ice cream and I ended up here. And then best friend found a bucket and now we're here. Would you be my friend and help me find ice cream and home? I would appreciate it.
Who's this Bubbly Friend? Are they supposed to take care of you?
Bubbly Friend takes care of almost everybody, but Short Friend is the one that takes care of us as well. Bubbly Friend is just pretty. She likes to dance, and she's all pretty, and she's part of the circus.
He's like currently got like what looks like a little notebook open, and he's writing notes down, and asks, "Where did you last see your Bubbly Friend?"
He's going to try to take you to the psych ward.
Yep.
We were at a temple to I don't know who. They told me to pick up somebody and take them to the temple, so I took them to the temple. But then I got bored, so I made paper best friends, and I put the paper best friends in the water. But Bubbly Friend got upset about that for some reason, and she was like, "No best friends in the water." And then best friend got in the water, and then that made her even more upset. She's like, "No best friends in the water." And so I tried to help, but the best friend started to disintegrate. And then she was like, "Hey, look, ice cream!" And then I got excited, and there was ice cream, but there was no ice cream.
All right, so you're at some kind of temple. He kind of sighs again, jotting down some more notes. How big was this temple?
Hey, Grizz, how big was the temple?
Huge. We're talking cathedral here.
It was really big. It had like the bells. It looked like there was a hunchback dude ringing them. I wanted to be a nice friend. He'd be a nice person to be my friend, but I don't know that I don't know. He disappeared with the bells. He seemed to like them.
The man's just staring at you again. Was there a lot of buildings around, or were you in a square? Where was it located?
There was a square, and there was a little
Be right back.
friend, and
Okay.
she was passing out packet notes things. That's what I made the paper best friends out of. But yeah, there was a big old square, and I threw bubbly friend in the temple, and we took our friend there. There was a lot of short people. They looked like baby dragon. No, they didn't. Did draglings look like baby dragons?
They look like dragonlings look like wingless dragons, not quite like lizard folk. Much smaller.
Okay. There was a lot of like little lizard looking people that I don't think were dragons because they didn't have wings, but I still don't know if I liked them or not.
You like everybody.
All right.
Not dragons.
I might be able to get you back to your caretaker. Come on.
Are we gonna go see Bubbly Friend?
Maybe. Bubbles, Tonka, and tell me if you're here. Roll me a 1d20.
Oh dear.
That's like
Backspace.
command, right?
Yeah, backspace R space 1d20.
Side note: the whole time he's taking me back to the temple, I'm telling him about Bubbly Friend, Tell Me Friend, and Tonka Friend, and like Cotton Friend, and how he's new and stuff like that. He just
Wow.
does not stop talking the whole time.
All
That's
right.
amazing.
So,
I did really good.
Here's some good news. Just as you guys
Wow.
are descending the steps, prepared to leave for the circus, you suddenly catch sight of Flex arriving from one of the streets, with a cop escorting him, and for some reason, Blank with his head in a bucket tucked under Flex's arm.
Must be Tuesday.
Flex, you see that Selmy is currently riding on top of Tonka.
Short Friend, you're big! Hi, friends! Oh, look, this is Bubbly Friend, and this is Short Friend, and then this is Bendy Friend. Guys, I made a new friend. I think he's a guard friend.
The guy just kind of looks at you guys and says, do you take charge of this one? Because you kind of let him run off.
I found these houses, and there was lots of houses, and then best friend like dove into a bush. I don't know why. Maybe he was hungry, but then he ran, and I was having trouble finding him, and I was really sad, so I'd be like really, really loud. I was gonna be really, really loud looking for you guys too, but because I couldn't find you. Also, I didn't find ice cream. Can we get ice cream, Bubbly Friend?
Did we find each other?
Yeah.
The guy just looks at Bubbles and says, well, are you taking charge of this one?
Yeah. He's totally.
Yeah, we'll get her home.
Well,
Please
Yeah,
don't
we'll
let
get
him
him
wander
home.
off from you. You need to take better care of your children. And just
Sorry.
stop
We were dropping our boss off at the temple, and I can only watch one of these guys at a time. I'm sorry, officer.
he's a fully grown bugbear.
The officer has already turned and left as if he's being paid enough to pay attention to this.
Bye, guard friend. Thank you for bringing me back to Bubbly Friend and Bendy Friend and Short Friend. I hope you get some ice cream. Best friend,
All right,
best friend
well.
says bye too.
All right, Flex, let's go back.
But you said there was ice cream. Can we not get ice cream?
Oh, you didn't get ice cream while you were gone?
I didn't. Well, I was so excited that I ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran, and I couldn't, and then I didn't know where I was, and there was no ice cream.
Have we seen ice cream anywhere?
Okay, give me another perception check.
Do you want me to roll one too?
I don't just mean now, I mean like through our several trips back and forth.
So that would also require an intelligence check.
Okay, so perception and intelligence.
All right. So you look around and you don't see any evidence of ice cream. In fact, the only food-related place in the area appears to be the tavern that's nearby. This appears to be more of like a governmental / religious square sort of place. So you see like some official looking buildings. You see what appears to be an old and large tavern. You see the cathedral. You don't see any evidence of food stalls or vendors of any other kind. You just see a more increased amount of guards in the area.
Well,
Big man, carry me back and I'll make you some ice cream when we get back home.
Thinking back to what you saw when you were in the more like selling areas, like where you saw like food places and general stores, you don't remember seeing any stalls or stores that catered specifically to ice cream.
I tell him, like, okay, just carry me back, big man, and I'll make you ice cream when we get home.
You can do that, short friend?
Yeah, it's just a simple chemical reaction. Yeah, you get salty water. You know, you're not even gonna, like, it's fine. I gotcha.
Okay, short friend, do you want to ride on my shoulders?
Yes, please.
Okay, Flex picks up Selmy and puts her on his shoulder and happily walks. Well, he doesn't know where the circus is. He happily follows you guys wherever you're going.
And we've done this before, so we know how to get back to the circus, right?
Correct. You know how to navigate your way back there. Flex was the only one that would have had a problem with it.
Okay, we'll go back.
He's what you wouldn't call an attention to detail guy.
You don't say. Poor Kyle is the one with the time limit. And we haven't done anything with him skulking in warehouses.
Yep. So, back to Kyle then.
Yeah. Shit.
So I'm at the warehouse right now, right?
Correct.
How far away is my fence?
Let's see. I did choose your offense. Let me see if I can bring up the name. Hold on. I need to pull up details about my city. And my cat is currently laying in the easy spot that I like. Putting things in there. Ah, there's the one. So you know it is a jewelry shop called in the shop word of Orin called Sparkly Stones.
Yes. Sparkly Stones.
Yes. Your Lyra, no, get that back. Your fence is a dwarf called Gilbralt Feldspar. And he's the only one that's willing to work with you because he doesn't work with the local thieves guild.
Gildralt Feldspar.
Gibralt Feldspar. Yes. Hold on, I'll copy and paste that to you.
Gibralt. Got it.
Ow,
You said a dwarf?
Yes.
Gib. Yeah, I spelled it right. Okay. And how far away?
It's just in the shop ward.
Which is how far away from the warehouses?
It's just the ward over. Because you're currently in the Azure ward, and the shop ward is like right next to it.
Okay, and is that going towards or away from the circus?
That would actually be heading towards. I believe the dock ward is like the furthest away from the circus, outside of the upper crust.
Okay, I wanna stop by and visit him and see if he can appraise a couple things.
All right. So it's midday. It's like midday at this point. There are various like tourists in the city. People just generally going about their day. You see what appears to be a elf and human couple exiting from the shop as you approach. And as you get inside, you see what appears to be a dwarf that's not your contact, and two gnomes, most likely rock gnomes, kind of like looking at the various wares.
Okay. Can I tell if any of them work there?
Give me a investigation check since you've been here before.
Oh, that was wrong. Sorry.
All right. They don't look familiar to you. Coming out of the back, kind of like dusting his hands off, is the dwarf you've come there to see. He kind of like sees you coming in, and he gets a bit of a grin. Oh,
Hey,
hey there,
Gibraltar, buddy.
Brought me anything to buy this week?
No. I was wondering if you could take a look at something for me.
Oh, I suppose I can do that.
I show him my statue of Hazarin.
Pilfering from the cathedral, I take it?
I mean, it doesn't matter where it came from, right?
True. If you don't care about the goddess striking you down, I don't either. She's not my goddess. She doesn't have a claim on my soul.
True. Can you tell me the value?
For one that well made, I think I can maybe give you 50 gold for it.
All right. Sold.
I have some
Holy
clients
shit,
elsewhere that I might be
blasphemy
able
pays.
to sell for a lot better.
What?
Nothing. He chuckles.
All right, so I sell that for 50 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. While I'm here, I want to show him my Shiner beer bottle and ask him if he's ever seen anything like that.
He kind of squints his eyes. That's quite unusual. It's a nicely made bottle, but the construction, I haven't seen anything like this. And what's with this label?
I don't know. I can't read it.
He kind of nods. It's not in a language I understand. Quite a
It
curiosity.
tasted really good.
What was inside?
A kind of ale.
Is there any sample in it?
It switches around. There's like a drop or two.
Now that's fascinating. I might be able to find a buyer for such a thing.
Oh no, this isn't for sale.
Oh, you don't want to sell it. All right.
I want to find more.
Okay, you want to be a buyer of such unusual things.
Of this particular unusual thing.
Well, for that, we're going to need to get in touch with potentially some out-of-this-world clientele. I know some people that know people, but I don't know any people directly.
Well, if you hear anything, give me a holler.
Oh, you know I will.
That was great seeing you, buddy.
Got anything else to sell?
I'm working on something. I'll let you know.
Fucking knew he was lying about the Duke. Sorry, go.
Kind of like stares at the bottle for a bit and just kind of like seems to be keeping that in mind for now.
I'm gonna head back to the circus.
Are you okay?
All right. So by the afternoon, everyone has gathered back at the circus. For some reason, Blink has not taken the bucket off his head. He's
Is it part of his new costume?
I mean, it's the least weird thing I've seen him do.
Yeah, it's completely unremarkable to me.
So. Okay.
Grace, you
It's-
okay?
Is it still midday?
I'm here. I was waiting for you to say something.
Is it still
Sorry, I'm
midday?
talking to Pat.
Yeah. It's mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon?
Yeah. You guys have all
Okay,
gathered back
sorry.
together.
Or if I thought something was wrong. I'm sorry.
No. Sorry, I was waiting for you guys to interact now that Kyle has returned back to the circus.
I was going to
And
ask if we met on the road
Blake
or
is
anything.
still in the
but-
bucket.
Okay.
Oh, did we know he was gone?
You found out that he wasn't there when you got back to the circus, and now he's shown back up.
Fluffy friend! I was worried about you,
There-
Fluffy friend. Where'd you
There
go?
you are. I was looking everywhere
Where'd
for
you
you
go?
guys. But I went looking for you guys.
Can I percept if he's lying?
Can I roll deception?
Yes, you may. Both roll the same.
I'm getting in on this. I don't trust him.
Oh, that was not a good deception.
So wait, what am I rolling?
That's
Perception?
Insight.
Oh, insight.
That's what insight's
Oh,
for.
that's better than perception anyway.
Speak
Oh
for
wait,
yourself.
where's my?
Selvage still trusts Kyle, however much he trusted him before. Bubbles, on the other hand, knows that he is being deceitful about something.
That's kind of on par. I keep getting rolls where I know something's not right, but I can't put my finger on it and I can't prove anything. So
Do I? Are you gonna let somebody know that you?
that I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I mean, I've
Tonka, do you want to
Like
in
it-
on this too?
Where am I?
I've kind of poked at his
I wasn't
story
sure if I would
before.
actually be suspicious unless someone else reacted to it.
Okay. I was just making sure before we continued on. Ooh, if that's the case, yeah, both you and Bubbles have your radar flashing that you feel that that Cotton is not telling you everything. Versus Selmy and Flex, who both trust him, or at least as much as they have.
Yeah, I just
So
don't have
yeah,
anything like strong enough. I mean, he could have, gone to an alchemist about an embarrassing personal problem.
I feel like with
Just 'cause
Selmy's
he
nat
lied.
one, with Selmy's nat one,
Oh
she
yeah, that
probably
wasn't
believes me.
that one, wasn't it? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This guy is fully on the level.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sort of glare at him and go about my business, but I don't like. I can start a fight, but I can't start this guy is full of shit. So
Short friend, are you gonna make me ice cream now?
I'm gonna take him back to my trailer and try to make ice cream.
Also, does anybody know if I get to perform tonight?
oh yeah, I'm gonna go tell Meryl
well,
that her
ask Meryl.
sister's not coming back.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah, do that. I'm gonna distract the big guy.
Wait, what? So what
Thank
happened,
you.
y'all?
Come
We
with me,
just
Fluffy
wanted-
friend. We'll get ice cream and I'll tell you all about my day.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
I'm
sounds-
sure
that
it's
sounds
gonna
good.
be quite the story. I'm gonna offer him my pipe and be like, here, you're gonna wanna smoke this before you hear this story.
I will take the pipe. Puff, puff,
I
pass.
will. I will get away from the exhausting bugbear and the suspicious gnome and go tell Meryl that her sister's not coming back for a while.
I was about to say,
And
be very careful with that phrasing.
yeah. So where is Meryl? Like, do I see her?
Meryl is currently making sure that everything's okay over in the big tent.
Okay, I will go up to Meryl and wait until she, is ready to talk to me. I won't interrupt her. I'll just stand there. And then I'll just stand there waiting to be acknowledged.
All right. What about the rest of you?
I'm making Flex some ice cream in my trailer with not
I want
having
to
to make
be
it.
the ice cream magic because
And-
food is good.
Ooh.
I'm listening
I
to
was just
Flex.
gonna use milk and salt water and do it the old-fashioned way because I don't have a freezing spell in my spell book.
Do you have a ice cream churn that looks a bit like a butter churn?
No, I'm gonna get some bags and double bag it and do it the old-fashioned way and shake the shit out of it.
If you ask Flex, he's got a butter churn.
He does?
That is not food safe.
It is too.
Lies.
I did nothing's wrong with the butter. It's just he uses it for other things. It's still food safe.
Yeah, the making of the butter
It's still
isn't
full of butter.
the butter in and of itself was not the problem. It was what he does with the butter after he makes it is the issue.
Okay.
Is it currently full of butter?
I feel like there's a lot of judging happening right now. There's a lot of judging, and I don't appreciate
Selmy is asking a good question. Does it have butter in it right now?
it. No, he used all of it.
Okay, let's go to your trailer and we're gonna take this and we're gonna put this in your butter churn. And then you're gonna churn it like butter.
Okay, can do.
Put the outside bag in the bottom. Put the inside bag, that's the butter.
What?
Okay, take me with you.
Okay, everybody
Let's
come
go.
with me.
Oh, but you're supposed to be telling the story.
Oh, I can. I figured you'd probably want it in the chat, so that didn't come up everything.
Yeah, I figure I'm listening to the Flex version of the story right now.
Okay. So we're gonna
All right.
go get his butter churn.
So while we're doing this, what are the others doing?
I'm standing in front of Meryl. What's Tonka doing?
I was making ice cream because
Okay, so I'm all alone talking to Meryl. That's gonna go awesome. I'm just gonna stand in front of her and wait.
Right in front of her face.
No, sort of. You know when somebody's busy, coordinating something. There's sort of a ring of people around them. I'm gonna join the ring and wait to sort of come up in her queue of shit to deal with.
Have that passive acknowledge me look on you.
Notice me.
I mean, I think that's kind of her resting face. So, sorry, Grizz, what was that?
Nothing. I was making a bad joke.
I mean, Bubbles has passive, has resting notice me face. There's no question about that. But I'm also aware that this is my boss, and she's not going to like what I have to tell her. So I'm going to pretend to be polite.
All right. So while everyone else is off making ice cream, Bubbles is in the ring watching Meryl practice her juggling and coordinate with some of the other acts for tonight, including a group of clowns. As she's finishing up her set of juggling, she looks over and notices that you are standing there waiting patiently for her. And she cocks an eyebrow. Bubbles?
Yeah, so I need to tell you, I have a message from Fundlemorph for you.
All right.
She's not been feeling well, and Selmy, Tonka, and I took her to the cathedral to see if they could fix her whole like dreams, not sleeping, being afraid of mirrors thing. And the good news is they say they can, but they need her to spend the night. So she's gonna be back tomorrow, and hopefully a lot better. But she's not gonna be here tonight.
She frowns a bit, but nods. Yeah, I guess it'd be good for her to get some rest. Maybe they'll be able to help. She looks a bit sad, though.
Is there anything that I can do to help with circus tasks since she's not around? Is there anything? Do you want me to perform more? Do you want me to cast Unseen Servant and have it help carry things?
Oh no, it'll be all right. We can gather a crowd for tonight and put on a performance, and it'll be okay if she isn't here for just the evening.
All right. What time's the show?
It should be in 2 hours.
All right. I missed lunch waiting at the temple, so I'll go eat and get ready for the show. Thanks, boss.
All right. Thank you for letting me know.
Before we change the subject, you said clowns in a way that makes me wonder, are these new clowns or have we had these clowns?
You've had these clowns, but they don't always get to be in the big show. Sometimes they're just wandering around outside to entertain the people coming in. This looks like there's a clown act going on for the evening.
Gotcha. It almost sounded ominous the way you said clowns, like including a group of
No.
clowns.
It's because I know. Well, I'm not afraid of clowns. I know people who are, so I always put clowns as if it's as if it's in quotes.
And I'm okay with clowns. I was prepared for this to go a whole new way.
Yeah, me too. But it's also Bubbles, so she wouldn't care. Unless they cut into her dancing time.
Okay, well, now that we've gotten back to camp and we're safe and all, can we, or can I gotta go at least. My toddler's freaking out.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Nah, he's doing the I want mommy and only mommy thing, I think.
Aww.
Plus, if we're gonna do the show, I'd rather wait for Zach to be here.
Yeah. No. I was gonna say you finished making your ice cream.
Okay, yeah, well, let's make the ice cream first.
Can he come sit on your lap while you game? Is that possible?
I'm in the basement.
Is he not allowed in the basement?
Garage, but no, none of the kids are allowed down here.
Ace
Nice.
mint. What is this word? We don't have those.
Well, it's kind of like a basement garage just built into a hill.
It's kind of like Bevan's
Yeah.
garage.
Like the bat cave.
Our ground is just so hard. We just generally don't dig unless we have to.
I'm in the
I
basement.
put a picture of my. Hold on, give me a second. I put a picture of my little nook on here a while ago. I don't remember. Was it in crafting?
Well, parts of Texas have flooding too, right? Like, isn't Houston? There's a book series I like set in Houston, and they have a joke in there that what's the fastest way to get a swimming pool in Houston? Dig a basement.
I imagine they have the same problem in New Orleans.
Yeah. I mean,
so I
I grew up in
imagine-
Northern California. It was a swamp too.
I imagine that Flex is going to help out with making this ice cream by churning.
Oh sure, yeah, and I wrote out everything I told Kyle on the right. But yeah, he just churns the ice cream until it's ice cream, I guess.
Yep. So he basically churns it while he's telling the story to Cotton, probably with Selmy supervising and Tonka and Cotton watching and listening.
I think Cotton is more confused by the end about what happened.
And speaking of ice cream, Selmy knows that now the ice cream is done.
Awesome. Now, how did we do? Or how did my recipe do?
Give me a survival check to see how well your recipe went.
I love that ice cream is survival. I know that's just cooking, but
it's 100% survival. Don't even act like that.
No, it totally is.
Could I do alchemists instead?
I can see that. Do alchemists.
Did I do that?
Yes.
You know what? Did it work? Did I do it?
No, we haven't seen it.
It's not in the chat.
Oh, I don't know how to do this. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'll just do survival.
All right. So you open up, and it's not exactly the consistency you might like, but it looks like it was solidly churned, and it doesn't smell horrible.
I think best friend would want some. So can I try to cut a hole in the bucket, like poke a hole in the bucket?
When you try to do any damage to the bucket, you Blank just thrashes around violently as if you're hurting him.
Well, I was gonna poke the top of the bucket.
That's what I said. Even as you try to poke the top of the bucket, it's as if the bucket is just a part of Blank, and Blank is just thrashing violently.
Oh, okay. I can't hurt best friend. That'd be bad. I'll take them and I'll ask Fluffy friend to hold some aside for best friend.
Some of the ice cream.
So
I want to know about this. I want to know about this outdoor circus's cold storage, because now we've got hollandaise and ice cream being stored.
I imagine magic.
Yeah, but that's expensive.
No. I imagine because you guys are bards that you're using magic to got a little bit of chill on to make the ice cream in the first place. I'm just being a little flexible here.
Okay, but just like refrigeration in medieval.
Yeah,
I know.
Long
Would it
term
melt in like a bag of holding?
Yes, because you don't have a bag of cooling. But I'm saying is long-term storage of these things, not so much. However, you have things like milk. You have access to. You have cream. You have access to.
Did you say we? Did you say we don't have a bag of colding?
Correct.
That's what I heard too.
The cold preservative bag version of a bag of holding.
Yeah, I understand.
Counting on Grace giving me the grace to be able to make ice.
Fair enough. Like, I completely believe you can make ice cream. It's the storing it for later.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying is you can't store it for later. You're making it to eat right now. Is what I'm assuming you're doing. I'm not talking about.
Can Flex spoon feed it to him under the bucket?
It won't work.
Ah.
Basically, Blink has to be
Can
here and present and
we
active
draw a mouth
inside.
on the bucket?
Sure, you can draw a mouth on the bucket.
Okay. I want to try and feed the mouth ice cream.
Ice cream smears on the fake mouth.
Oh, thank God. If it ate it, I was going to run away.
That was worth a try. Okay, well, that's all I got. I'm gonna eat my ice cream.
All right. Is everyone eating ice cream?
I'm having some.
Heck yeah.
Have any of your
Bubbles isn't.
Okay.
She's not there.
Yeah. Have your characters
She's eating lunch.
have your characters eaten ice cream before? What do you
Flex
guys?
has.
I have not.
Possibly because I'm an elemental person.
Possibly, yeah. Well, it's true. It's from the Feywild. So that means Cotton. Give me a Constitution saving throw, just in case you have a bad reaction to the ice cream. Yeah, this ice cream is not sitting well with you. You don't know if it's the cold or if it's the amount of dairy, but your stomach is quickly gurgling.
Cotton is lactose intolerant.
Oh no!
That's canon now. Deal with it.
Or I could just be getting brain freeze.
Oh! If your brain is hurting right now, rub your tongue on the roof of your mouth until it goes away.
It could also be like you could have accidentally gotten some salt water in the ice cream. I did that as a kid, making ice cream the old-fashioned way, and that makes it real gross.
No, I think
maybe you just got a saltwatery part.
I think we just come away from this. Cotton has decided he doesn't like ice cream.
No, my ingredients are usually.
I knew he was evil.
Cooked milk and/or cream, a little bit of salt, sugar, and whatever flavors I'm using. Usually vanilla plus something else, or sometimes just vanilla. And before I got an actual ice cream thing, I used to then put a bowl in the freezer, and every half hour I come and stir it for a while. And that made me ice cream.
Nice.
Now I want ice cream in real life. Damn it.
Me too. Curse you.
Does Andy have to go now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go see what he's on about.
All right.
Do you need ice cream too?
Yeah, sugar
Yeah,
makes
hopefully
every
you guys
attitude
can
better. Okay. Well,
See you guys later.
bye, Sonny.
Bye, Zombie.
Bye.
Hi, something.
Well, now the brain is gone. We're not going to get anything done.
Yeah, and Kyle's leaving in 25 minutes or so.
Yeah. So, what are the rest of you guys doing now that Selmy? I'm imagining that Selmy, after the ice cream, decides to, partake in one of her substances, and is currently, just not able to communicate with the rest of you.
She falls in her own bucket. There's two bucket people.
Nah, she's probably in, somewhere nearby, just kind of seeing pretty colors, sort of stuff.
Bubbly friend, did you ask if I'm performing tonight?
We are not in the same place. You are in your trailer, and I went to get lunch.
Oh, I thought you came and got ice cream too.
No, I'm at the cooking area trying to see if there's any store. Hell, I can just eat raw meat again. So I'm sure there's something I can eat.
Chris has said that we only cook breakfast and dinner.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
It's okay,
then
you
I'm
can eat raw
definitely having
stuff.
raw meat. Cooking's too fancy. I'll just have some raw meat.
Then Flex is gonna go try to find Meryl to ask if he's performing tonight.
All right. Meryl is just leaving the tent and kind of like looks at you as you're coming up. Oh, hey Flex.
Hi, boss friend. I was just wondering if I'm performing tonight.
I suppose I imagine that a different crowd is coming in than the ones from the other day.
Yay! I will throw best friend the farthest I've ever thrown him.
There's probably like a bit of fluttering coming from Blank.
I'll go practice, I promise. Fluffy friend, I need more friends to practice with because best friend is being bucket best friend.
Practice what again? I'm sorry.
We're gonna practice.
What are we practicing?
My act. Let's go. And he picks up cotton. He picks up cotton and goes goes into the tent to practice.
I won't resist because I'm not entirely sure what she's talking about. I mean, Cotton's not entirely sure. I completely know what's going on.
Okay, then Flex is going to go in and practice his performance. He's going to juggle Cotton and Best Friend and then try to throw Best Friend.
Those are some good sound effects.
Yeah, that was great.
Like this, what is going on?
Oh, snap.
Well, performance, I hit performance because I thought that would be what it was. Should I have done something else or?
Uh-oh.
Crap.
You did
Please
not
don't make
go
me roll
well.
damage.
You attempted to grab Cotton, and rather than hoisting him up and throwing him, you somehow managed to just grab hold of his jacket or shirt or whatever, main top piece of clothing he was wearing, and pull that up and toss that instead.
Give me that back.
Oh, see, I was imagining him trying to. I was imagining him trying to throw Cotton and just spiking him like a football instead.
I first damaged the game from my best friend throwing me to the ground.
Sorry, Fluffy friend. Let me try that again.
I don't know if that's a good idea. I'd like to resist now. What do I roll to resist? Chris?
So, you get to roll to resist. Give me a dexterity saving throw because you're trying to roll out of the way here.
Dex.
Yeah, so you managed to roll out of the way as Flex tries to grab you.
I'd like to have my jacket back, please.
It's right there.
It's now currently hanging up on top of one of the smaller tents nearby.
Oh, sorry. I thought it hit the ground.
You tossed it up into the air. It landed on a
Yeah,
nearby.
it's right there. It's a lot higher than where I am.
It's also higher than Flex.
That's okay. I can throw you up there. I pick him up to throw him up there.
I'm going to say that she got me quicker than I could react. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, give me another dexterity saving throw just in case. Yeah, you try to roll out away this time, but this time Flex is being more serious. He grabs you. He tosses you. You are now on top of a small tent. You feel it trying to buckle a little bit with under your weight, but you are light, so it's not that bad. It's like a large bird landing on it.
You're welcome, Fluffy friend.
I don't like this act.
What'd you say, Fluffy friend? You love my act?
Some of the clowns nearby are stopping and looking up at you.
Can somebody help me down?
You see the clowns like look at each other and nod, and they start doing. They're doing their own act now. where they eventually are grabbing a ladder and slowly extending it, but it's in a very comical way. And several of them are going up the ladder until one finally grabs you and starts carrying you down, unless you resist.
Oh, did I grab my jacket or whatever?
Yes, you have
Yeah,
your jacket.
good. Okay.
Flex
won't
is
resist.
laughing furiously. This is wonderful, clown friends. You're doing so well.
You hear a little beep beep noise coming from a clown as Cotton is gently put on the ground.
You guys are the best. Thank you so much.
Great job, clown friends.
Flex, big guy. I should probably go make sure that we got stuff to fix dinner with tonight later.
I have my act figured out. Let's try one more time, okay, fluffy friend?
You mean the part where you throw me?
No, the part where I juggle you and best friend.
You see Blank still under Flex's arm, just kind of to make a violent shake with the arms. Basically as if they're trying to flap again.
Best friend is silly with a bucket on his head. I hope he decides he's tired of the bucket soon. But yes, let's try one more time, fluffy friend, and then you can go get supper, I promise.
Come at me, bro.
So Flex basically starts tossing you up into the air, tossing Blake up into the air, then attempting to catch you as you try not to flail. Blake, meanwhile, is flailing, so Flex is catching you and tossing you back up there again, catching you and tossing you back up there again. Give me a con save.
Oh, great.
It all ends when Cotton's stomach finally says enough, and the ice cream that already wasn't settling well comes out.
Oh.
Oh no, fluffy friend, are you sick? I'm sorry.
Oh. I'm gonna go take a nap in the trailer. Oh. I gotta go rest this off.
Okay, thank you, fluffy friend, for helping.
Oh, never again.
You were excellent, fluffy friend. Almost as good as best friend.
Are Bubbles and Tonka doing anything?
Bubbles is eating raw meat.
Okay. Tonka, what about you?
Probably getting some glitter because the show. So yeah.
All right. So you're getting all glittered up. Getting ready for the show. You're probably nearby enough that both of you give me perception rolls. Tonka and Bubbles.
Damn. Bubbles is noticing everything today.
The two of you heard the tail end of that. You heard Cotton stomach give out on him, and you heard Flex's exclamation about it.
So it sounds like he's not going to be up for a while.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of hope that he'll get sick of Flex and go away because I don't trust him. So I'm just gonna kind of Schadenfreude, enjoy it, and keep getting ready for the night.
Well, that's a good way of putting it, since you are the two that sense this deception.
Yeah.
It's just kind of amusing that I guess everyone's covered in barf now, so that's good.
It'll definitely make us look prettier in comparison.
For sure.
And smell prettier. So yeah, it's a win for us.
All right. Well, it looks like everyone has got their places for the evening. For the day, getting ready for the big show. And I think since we are down people, and we want to wait for them for the show, we will cut it off super early this week, and hopefully get around to playing next week, where everyone can join us.
This was a good round.
Yeah, I've been meaning to ask. do we need to change nights? Like, is Wednesday just a bad night, or is it just a bad month of